everybody, it's Chris, GearNoir on the forums, theshavingcadre.com. It's good to be back with you for my weekly shave video, and I'll get into how my week's been going. Well, this week's just started, but the end of last week, how that went in just a second. But let me detail what I'm going to be doing for my shave today. Of course, I've got my trusty Feather SS Western style. It's got the Feather Pro blade in there. First shave today on this one. I just changed out that. If you've been following my journal at all, you know that yesterday's shave with it was a little bit tuggy, so it was time to swap that out. But and then for that'll be my first two passes. Last pass, I try to use one of my DEs, and today I pulled out my Slim. I've been using the Piccolo the last few days, getting some really nice shaves. A little bit aggressive for me because I've been gravitating towards the mile razors, so I was ready for a change today. And so the Slim, user grade, it's in pretty decent condition, and the blade in there is something I've never heard of before. Maybe you can see it in there. Floppy door says special, made in Sheffield, England. I think the packaging said Super Stainless or something like that. I thought KJ would know what it was, but he's the one that sent it to me in like this simpler pack. You probably remember a number of videos ago he gave me a little Gillette silver car or a Gillette blue blade car. I can't remember which one it was, but with that I got a bunch of random blades to try out, and this was one of them. And he said, I don't know what it is, I just threw it in there, I've never used it. So it's been working so far. I think this might be its fourth shave today. Average run-of-the-mill kind of blade, but if it works and cuts, I'll use it. That's fine. Let's see, soap. If you've been following my journal, last night I said I got a little bored, and I lathered up for the first time a Williams mug soap. You can kind of see it in there. This is a modern puck, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, depending on how you lean. I think most folks like the vintage ones, but lathered up pretty well. I soaked it probably for about 5 minutes in some water last night, and just with a damp brush, loaded about 10 seconds worth to get an idea for it, and it came out pretty slick, pretty nice, kind of thin, a little bit thinner and not as cushiony as what I'm used to, so we'll see how it goes today. I was just going to use it for my pre-shave. Chris of the CBL variety mentioned that it makes a good pre-shave, gets your face nice and slick, and helps draw those oils out, like Dave talked about in his last video. Dave, Xeno Straight Shaver on the forums. I'm getting the sebum, the natural follicle oils out and all over your face, which is a good thing. Helps keep your face protected during the shave and all that kind of stuff. So I was going to use it as a pre-shave, but then I saw another guy from the shaving cadre, Dave in Kentucky, used it for an actual shave today, because he saw that I used it as a test lather last night. And so all these things interconnecting on the cadre. Check us out and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's kind of a puzzle right now, probably for those that are just catching this for the first time. But so in honor of Dave in Kentucky, I'm using it for an actual shave today, not just a pre-shave. What else? I'm talking a lot already. Razor Bach, Big Bruce, of course. Wouldn't be without that guy. And to finish off the shave, I'll be doing, besides I don't think I'm going to use the alum today, unless it's a really bad shave, but I'll use the witch hazel, just generic witch hazel, and then I'll try St. Charles Shave Patchouli. Smells like it's got a little bit of menthol in there. I think they like to mentholate their aftershaves. I've never tried that one before. And then I'll be trying also for the first time, I think this will go with it, Citrus Musk from Pinaud. Nice smelling out of the bottle. They always go Smell changes a little bit different when it's actually applied, but most people seem to like that one, especially to mix into other stuff, so we'll see how that goes. And with that, let me start the shave. I'm keeping my face moist here and there with some nice water, warm water. The Williams has been soaking for a few minutes, so I'll just repeat the steps I did last night. A little bit of a damp brush, and we'll do some loading here. So yeah, just coming off of a really busy weekend. Friday, Saturday, even Sunday. Yes, Sundays are one of my days off, and today's a Monday. But there was a huge concert over the weekend at the church that I work at. Didn't get home Saturday night until around midnight, and didn't get to sleep till almost 1. And then I had to wake up for services in the morning. Get some more water in here. So yeah, that was a rough day. And Friday was another. We got to close a little early, and I got home early, but just a lot of work this weekend. I work as a custodian right now for the church that we attend, and just a lot of physical labor, cleaning up after folks, late nights. So, but I soldiered through yesterday after services and got all my chores done, or most of them anyway. Just have to finish up some watering today, and do some laundry. I did all the yard work and whatnot, so I get to kind of relax today. That'll be nice. It's already been a nice morning, nice and quiet. I got to sleep in a little bit. I didn't wake up till about 9:30. Everybody else was already out of the house on their way to school and work, and it was just me and the dogs, and it was nice. I woke up, read the forums, saw how things were going for the day, and yeah. So Chris CMH on the forums, 737, yeah. Was surprised that I only loaded for 10 seconds last night, so I loaded a little bit longer. I didn't soak the puck quite as the same way as I did last night. I just put some water in the little indent, the top indent that's on the soap puck. So we'll see how it goes. Looks like pretty good. Get some water in there. Flinging. Stuff actually smells really good. It's a light smell. Very light smell. But kind of pleasant. Already ultra slick. Pretty worried about trying out this puck for a shave, just because I hear all the, well, it just kind of gets demonized on certain forums as being a very difficult soap to work with, building lather and whatnot. Some people hate it, other people love it. Seems to be doing alright so far. It is kind of thin. But we can see it's developing pretty nice. Let's try a little bit more water. This is like ultra cheap soap territory. Like only a couple bucks, maybe less than that, at like Walmart or something. I happen to get it as a throw-in from a Piff. And it's just been sitting in my den, neglected. Didn't think about it until Chris, CBL, talked about using it as a kind of pre-shave. Help get some slickness on the skin. Alright. That's not bad. We'll see where that gets us. I'm already at 10 minutes. My goodness. Okay. So yeah, busy weekend. And this week won't be quite so bad, hopefully. I'm glad it's over last week. Little bits clinging to the blade there. You can see as it's sitting on my face, it's getting kind of more airy. Some folks have a problem with disappearing lather, I guess. It's kind of foamy right now. So I'm definitely gonna have to do some more work on figuring out the lather. Brush looks okay at the moment. Yeah, that totally disappeared off my face. Clearly a lot of work to do. But I hear even modern Williams can be worked with, so. The slickness, definitely there. My face is like snot slick. Not slick, snot slick. I'm still holding to my brush decently, kind of thin. So this whole talk of, that's been a topic recently in the forums on the shaving cadre. It's kind of like pre-shave stuff. person or two was asking about pre-shave oils and what we do. This Williams topic got mentioned. So kind of got me thinking as a topic, like we all have our routines when we're shaving. What kind of rituals do we go through? You know, some folks like their hot towels. Others like me just kind of get the face wet and hydrate that way. Some of us only use a blade a certain amount of times, regardless of how well it's doing or not doing. Like some guys, they use a blade 3 to 5 times and they just bin it because they don't want to, even if it might be shaving well, still they don't want to risk having a bad shave. And, you know, other guys like me, stretch the blade to its limit. Take it as far as it's gonna go. Need some more lather on. Yeah, so I'll use a D blade or even a feather blade for like 15 shaves. The AC blades, some guys even use those only like 5 times. I say, oh, time to bin it. I just can't bring myself to do it. Especially the AC blades. At basically $1 a blade. D blades, I'm a little less strict on. I still like to push them. But even those, I like to not give up on so easy. So, or maybe some of you have a favorite towel, like Don. Dangerous Don is not supposed to be using the good towels, so he's got his less good towels. His she who must be obeyed approved towels. So maybe that can be a topic this week. What kind of shave rituals do you have? Things you do, things you use or wear. You have shaving socks. I don't know. Certain number of strokes that you do. Everybody settles into a routine, but is it a routine based on pure functionality for the shave? Is it a shave of comfort? Alright, last pass, it's looking pretty thin. So definitely next time, more soaking. Maybe a little bit more scrubbing when I'm loading the puck. This is if I use it for another shave. I like the idea of using it as a pre-shave. The whole time, my face has been completely that snot slick. It's kind of cool. Even when I've washed off my face, that slickness has just been hanging around. Alright, see where we get with that. Got the Slim ready. This is on setting 2, nice and mild. I don't enjoy the Slim as much as I enjoy my Fat Boy. Something about the thinner geometry of the head of the Slim which doesn't feel as smooth. I think it's like a millimeter difference, but it makes a big difference for me in terms of feel. Minutes. Yep, slickness is definitely there. Not having a problem with razor glide or anything. Get a little bit more up here. Alright, here's that. I'm going to go ahead and do my cleanup. I'm going to come back for the aftershaves part. See you in a minute. Alright, I'm back. Thanks for sticking around. But just did my witch hazel. I did a cold rinse after I applied the rest of my lather on my face. There was enough to do kind of a lather soak where I just rub in all that lather. The Williams soap, a really slight smell. It smells really nice and clean to me. Other people don't like the smell. I guess for me it's just a generic smell, kind of like a hint of maybe an ivory-ish kind of smell, but very nice. The slickness was like off the charts. Maybe CBL Chris can elaborate on what that might be a little bit more, but I almost had a problem washing it off my face. Even there was still some slickness that stayed on there, and whatever it is really clings to the skin, and it's kind of nice. But I did my witch hazel, didn't get too much burn, actually probably almost none at all, despite the alcohol content in witch hazels. No blood that I can see. I had one small little touchdown right here, but no blood from it. That was from the feather. Problems of a hyper sharp first shave blade. But okay, we'll go on with the St. Charles Shave Patchouli here. And as you can see, the opening is kind of big. It makes it kind of awkward. It dumps out if you're not careful. This is just a sample. So, see if I can not dump it out so I can use it a couple times. There we go. Oh yeah, there's that menthol. Definitely not the same kick as like fine aftershaves. It's still pretty nice. Not as much as Osage either, but it has the same smell as Osage. Kind of lost the patchouli. You can smell it out of the bottle better. Maybe after it cools down and dries down, you can smell a little bit better. But patchouli to me smelled not quite like vetiver. It was a bit more herby than vetiver was. But nice. Both of them are nice. And now Pinaud Citrus Musk. This is actually, it says it's Eau de Cologne. I guess this is the cologne version. Let's see. Got a good amount there. Huge hit of lime. Strong alcohol. Got a little bit of a burn from that. Oh, that is limey. Whew. That smells good. That smells like, to me, not synthetic lime. That smells like actual lime. I'm gonna get a little more. It dries off really fast. So that's why I had to get more. It's not a wet application like some just go on really smoothly and you have time to apply it over all your face no matter how much you're able to get in your hand. That dries off really fast. This one does. That smells really good. It smells very much like a natural lime. I can see why it's loved. That'll be a great mixer for some of my aftershave mixes that I still have yet to try out. But that's the shave today. Hope you enjoyed it. It's great to talk with you all. I've rubbed myself too much. I'm a little red here and there. But hope your week goes well. Shout out to everybody at the Shaving Cadre. It's been a great week hanging out with you guys and hearing all the things that are going on. Blackbeard festivals and shaves and football. I'm still sucking at football. That PIF that Dangerous Don's got going on. Still trying to find the perfect gift for my Christmas buddy, who is not to be named, but I know who it is. Of course I know who it is. I better know who it is. But looking forward to that exchange and seeing what I can come up with, especially locally out of Sacramento for that person. Yeah. I hope you all have a good week. God bless you, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.